think we're streaming now.
Oh shit, we are on. This video has been removed by the uploader. Oh.
No, I think we just started.
Me fucking Yanni.
Okay, how does it sound?
I mean, I can't really hear the sound, but let me see if I can get the link out. People. Oh shit. No, I can't get the link out. So I'll text him right now.
For some reason it's weird, I could hear, but let me see if I could adjust the audio. Oh shit, because it's really loud. Woo! I think I just fixed it. Let me see. Alright, can you talk, George?
Yeah, can you hear me right? You got good audio over there?
We're good.
We're good?
We are freaking good, bro.
Holy shit. So we're live?
We're live.
All right, let me get on ESPN right now so that way I can get up to, what is it? We're going over week 8?
Yeah, week 8.
Okay. And then we're going to just do our picks for week 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start off with New England and Buffalo. If you
on ESPN.
That's the first one, right?
Nope.
Which one? Okay, what game are you looking at?
It's week 8.
Atlanta, right?
It starts at Thursday night.
Okay. So we're looking at week 9? Week 9?
Week 8.
Okay, week 8 and all right, we'll head over to Carolina and Atlanta now.
Yeah, then we'll start right there.
Okay, cool.
All right, Mario says he's almost home.
All right, because I think we got 3 viewers. What up, people?
What up, dudes?
All right. So we'll let it sit for like another minute, Ink. You think that's... Do we give it a minute?
Let's give it one more minute.
Okay,
If anybody wants to say hi on YouTube or anything, want to chat with us, let us know right there publicly.
Yeah, hopefully it keeps going.
Most definitely.
So I'll just have YouTube open just in case there's any crash, guys. I mean, this is our first like actual test run. All right. This is like literally raw footage.
So for you that are here joining with us right now, thank you first and foremost to tuning in for our test run on this one. We appreciate you guys.
Honestly, man, like I don't know, this literally will be our first time doing this experience. I mean, we don't have it down to the T. Once again, me and Ink are very busy. I'm actually working pretty far away, so we're gonna try to do this one like this.
And we've been trying to get this going for quite some time today too, and it's finally being able to work with us.
So
we tried to do this last week. It didn't pan out for us. This week we had a little bit more luck.
Yeah. So Ink and a couple of our peeps out there will let us know if we're gonna if we drop connection or something, but I think we should be good. So, all right, let's start off with. I know we're late, and I know we're already on week 9, but we'll go into the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers.
I'll just give everybody a quick heads up about. I don't even think we should go into tonight's game because that shit was just an ass whooping.
It actually was, but like I said, we'll just head on over quick to week 8 and if there's any standouts. But I know for sure. Carolina Panthers versus Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta finally was able to finish off a game without choking the lead.
It's about
It's
time.
about time.
It's about damn time.
Yeah, man.
And all they did is they had to do is just change out their coach.
Exactly, man. And once again, man, looking at that game in itself, and we said this last week or 2 weeks ago, actually, that Todd Gurley was someone that you should have traded because he definitely underperformed, man. He had 18 carries, which is a lot, but he only had 46 yards, man.
Garbage.
Definitely. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not sold on. You've never been sold on Gurley, but the one guy that stood out, man, was Brian Hill. I don't know. That's their second string running back, man, and he got 11 carries and 55 yards. So he did more than Gurley could with 7 more carries.
And these are the things that we've been talking about Gurley for quite some time. Gurley, for the years that he had over there in Los Angeles, he did fairly well. He did his thing, and so once he had that MVP season of his where he was just running crazy on everybody, then after that he blew out his knees, and that's a wrap. There's nothing more you can really do outside of that.
Yeah, and you hit it right on the nail, man. I think it's time for them to go with Brian Hill. I think that's why they gave Gurley 1 year contract, right? Or like 2 years to prove it.
It's Gurley's time to just retire.
Yeah, man.
His knees are shot. There's no ands if or buts that. You can't really do much.
Dude, tell me why a lot of people gave up on this cat quickly, but Hayden Hurst, man, 5 receptions and 54 yards.
Coming out.
Yeah, he's someone that you did.
Very fortunately, I stashed him away in one of my, and I did actually a couple leagues. I think I stashed him away. So I wanted to make sure that if anything happens to my tight end number 1, then I'm ready with Hayden Hurst. In one of my leagues, I just lost Kittle, so it kind of sucked.
Yeah, Hayden Hurst is definitely.
It is what it is, and yeah,
Hayden Hurst is definitely a guy that I was still very high on, but obviously because of Quinn and what he did with his tight ends, it just wasn't working, man. But now we also see Julio Jones popping off, bro. 7 receptions, 137 yards in that game. No touchdown, but dude, this guy was torching it up.
And this is exactly the right game that you wanted Julio to have. So that way you can let everybody know Julio's still producing. And whoever wants to come by and try to talk to Atlanta for a trade for a wide receiver, you can probably still get top dollar for Julio right now.
Yeah, I think the trade deadline is over though, but in fantasy wise, especially if you're in a dynasty, man, I would definitely trade him away. Just because he's a very high value, and obviously, as one Matty Ice said that they're renting their lockers right now, and that should tell you a lot of what that organization is planning on doing.
Yep, kablooey time.
And Calvin really hurt. I mean, ankle. I don't know if he's gonna play this week or not, but we obviously know they don't want him aggravating anything. I mean, they're really not playing for anything anymore. They're 2-6. I mean, when you got Tampa Bay and you have the New Orleans Saints in your division, there's really not much you can do, man.
Nope.
And now, quickly, oh, you got something to say?
Go ahead. No. I was just gonna say basically what you said, like them having Atlanta having Drew Brees and Tom Brady in their division. There's no way anybody else is coming out of that division.
Exactly. I mean, maybe Carolina's a dark horse, which me and you have been saying for the longest, that we think that they are a dark horse for the new wild card expansion. But hey, I mean, who knows? There's been a lot of wild stuff going on over there at the NFC.
There is a rumor also that they're talking about possibly expanding the playoff expansion to 16 teams this season. Yeah, which is, I'm not a big fan of that.
Me neither here, brother. Now, Mike Davis, man, dude. Mike Davis and Robbie Anderson, or Robbie, however anybody, New York, and people call him differently. These guys are the backbone, man. I know we got to give DJ Moore a little bit. Now, I'm not going to give him a lot of credit, but I mean, maybe he's opening up plays for Anderson. But I mean, looking at that game with DJ Moore, man, we have one of our boys, Tiger King, that he obviously said he picked him up in the 6th round. I could see that, but I definitely could have also seen him go at the very bottom of the barrel, man.
And those talents, you can spot it by any round. Could be any, have a hidden gem.
Yeah.
Look, I can name a couple hidden gems that nobody ever knew that they were in those rounds, but everybody already knows Tom Brady's a 6th-round draft pick that became a Hall of Famer. He's the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
You got a running back over there that got taken in the 6th round that became a Super Bowl MVP, took care of business. Your boy TD, Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
So it's you can find diamonds in the rough. It doesn't necessarily have to be a number 1 pick. You don't need to be a Peyton Manning. You don't have to be the number 1 pick to actually become a Hall of Famer or know where real talent is at. Does a player want to put in the work?
Exactly.
Mike Davis is putting in work. He's letting his name be known around the league that he can carry a franchise.
Exactly.
Let him be a running back 1, and he can be a franchise running back. He really can.
He
definitely has helped out Carolina the most right here when they needed it. Yeah. And now with Christian McCaffrey coming back, what does that do? Do they put McCaffrey on snap count so that way they can try to keep him fresh, or do they run with the hot hand? I mean, those are going to be a lot of questions to be asked.
Yeah, because even in this game, Mike Davis, I mean, this is for owners too. Dude, I mean, he had 1 reception, but for 11 yards, and he got 13 carries and 66 yards. I don't think the workload is going to change. I think they're actually going to do half and half, you know? I think they're going to give 15 snaps to Davis for him to carry, and they're going to give 15 to McCaffrey. You know, and that's how I would write it all the way. But, you know, I would do it 60-40, you know? Give McCaffrey a little bit more sugar, and let Mike Davis, you know, come behind a little bit.
Yep.
And then another guy, like I said, another guy, Robbie Anderson, man, and Curtis Samuel, man. A lot of people are not putting respect on this man's name. Let me tell you, man. He did some plays that you're just kind of like, what the heck, you know?
Robbie Anderson, to me, I've already knew he had star potential to pop off. Mm-hmm. In New York, even with the disastrous offensive team that New York Jets were, Robbie Anderson was one of the highlights that they had over there in New York. For him to get out of New York and go to somewhere like Carolina was a godsend for him.
Oh, yeah, man. And, I mean, you know, this guy could have gone anywhere, to be honest. I thought he was overpaid, bro, but the moment I saw what he is produced now in Carolina, he was worth every penny. I mean, this is a guy that the Green Bay Packers should have really looked into, and it would have been perfect lined up with Devontae Davis and Lazard over there. I mean, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, well, Green Bay from moment had their eyes set on Curtis Samuels for a while. Remember, we talked about that. It never actually came into fruition because they actually also they were in the running for the AB sweepstakes, but we know who won that one.
Dude, yeah, they were in the AB, and then, dude, we would have been the GOATs if we would have gotten that right. You know, he was so close to going to Green Bay, but I think his I think his emotions said go to Tampa with Tom Brady, and I don't blame him. But we definitely would have been on the money about AB. But enough of that game. Like I said, if I'm pretty sure Robbie Anderson is on a lot of league benches, man. I think only 70% people have him on the roster. Hey, to be honest, man, he's the number 1, number 2 wide receiver over there at Carolina. So I take a look at him.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And now we're going to your favorite guy. Oh, scam. Oh, scam. Scam Newton, man.
Oh, my God. With the game on the line and Cam Newton, you go ahead and you fucking pull that shit off. You go ahead and you fucking fumble the game away.
Oh, my goodness.
You talked a big game and said that you wanted to hold yourself a little bit more accountable for everything. And then when the team needs you the most and you're marching down the field, you went ahead and you fumble. You definitely got to hold yourself to a higher standard than that.
Dude, I mean, Cam Newton, he's just a Band-Aid for any team that kind of wants to be competitive. I mean, that's why they signed him to a 1-year deal. They're not sold on Cam. You could obviously tell Belichick just kind of wanted to be competitive. But, you know, a lot of people are giving Bill Belichick a lot of ish. But I'm going to give the guy credit because he had basically his whole, all of his starters from the defensive side, man, Howard, and just everybody, they all opted out, man. You can't blame. This is not like, you know, the Tom Brady that he's getting everything he wants. as opposed to Bill Belichick. Every guy just completely left him high and dry,
Right.
and it sucks. But another guy that popped off, and this is what we're saying, that we're never sold on running back for New England, and this is a me and you thing. Is Damian Harris went off on this one, man. 16 carries, 102 yards, and 1 touchdown.
See, that New England's always been a carousel for running backs. It's Rex Burkhead can have a good game. Then Harris can have a good game.
James
then
White.
whoever else is back there. Sonny Michel can have a good game. I mean, but Sonny Michel's not even playing. But I'm just saying, referencing because he's a running back there.
Yeah.
There's a constant carousel, like we just said. And you can never rely on one running back to be the lead back over there in New England. It's just Bill Belichick's method of how he has his running back style, how he has it like that. I don't like that at all. Not even one bit, because then you don't have that constant repetition with the O-line. So certain players won't be able to see certain holes that the O-line would open. Rex Burkhead is not going to see the hole that Sonny Michel would see. Sonny Michel's not going to see the hole that Damian Harris would see. And so on and so forth. It goes like that with every team.
Yeah, and it's true. And, like I said, there's nothing impressive. The only thing that was guaranteed over at New England that was very consistent was the slot position. But obviously we know that Julian Edelman is, as we say, he's a product of Tom Brady. So Julian Edelman is just done, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, maybe he could get sparked somewhere else, kind of like Wes Welker did when he went to the Denver Broncos with Peyton Manning. But, I mean, God knows. Maybe he could go to Green Bay.
Tampa.
Or Tampa. I mean, I think he would be good at Green Bay. They don't have a slot wide receiver over there. Obviously, we saw that Valdez. How many balls did he drop, bro, when he was just running a 2-yard out?
Hey, he got 2 touchdowns tonight, so he got paid.
You know what? We don't talk about that stuff here. Ain't no love for that. He was stealing touches away from my boy. Anyway,
now you don't want to talk about that. Now you don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about this. I never liked it. But now we're moving on to, like I said, down to the Buffalo side. I mean, there's no highlight New England. They're playing the Jets. That's coming up, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But Buffalo now, Josh Allen, I think this man should have been sold 3 weeks ago. I did not know that primetime affected him this bad.
Certain players probably play a lot better when they're not paying that much close attention to him. I mean, maybe he does shy away a little bit from the bright lights, but I don't know. Like, New England's defense, like, they always come to play. For some strange apparent reason, their defense always just wakes up. They have believe it or not, they have a decent D. They really do. It's just they can't score any points.
Oh, Scam.
And that's on that's on Scam's fault. But for Allen to have 11 completions for 18 attempts, 154 yards, and one INT, come on, man.
That's disappointing, man.
You can't have that. You cannot have that.
Especially when they traded to get Stephon Diggs, because obviously we know the big issue supposedly going into the season was that Josh Allen didn't have that true pure number one. Now
you have Diggs.
And you're not using him in hot sauce. Once again, a lot of people underestimate Cole Beasley, man. I don't know why they don't utilize him in Buffalo as much as Dallas did when Tony Romo was there. I mean, I don't know, man. Dude, I'm telling you, Cole Beasley. I mean, if I was the Green Bay Packers and I knew I wasn't gonna get what I wanted, because I know they were looking in the market for a couple people, I would have gone for a Cole Beasley. I would have gone for a Julian Edelman. At least somebody to be a threat in those like intermediate passes, those little short dinks and dunks. But what do we know?
Would have been perfect over there in Green Bay.
Exactly, and then John Brown is becoming, I don't know what they're doing with him. I just don't know what's going on, man. But the one rookie that we kind of gave up on, but I mean, this guy is available in many leagues, bro. Zach Moss, bro, 14 carries. This was a split between Singletary and Moss. Zach Moss got 14 carries along with Singletary, and they both racked up about 80 yards. But the difference is that they use Zach Moss in the end zone. So that's something that I will look into. Singletary's not getting those end zone touches, man. He's getting those in between the 20s. Hello?
No, my bad. I'm over here.
I thought I lost you for a second.
No. I'm over here. Somebody's trying to... Oh, never mind.
We got a little bit of loving?
No, what's it called? No, it's another group. I got a Discord chat with one of my fantasy
Oh, okay.
football leagues.
Okay, yeah, but you know, as I said, Zach Moss is one of the guys I would probably look into in most leagues. I mean, he's available. I had him, but since he got injured, and I believe he got placed on the IR or almost got placed, so I dropped him. What a big mistake! I picked up Gaskin. Now the irony is that Gaskin is on IR and
What
Moss
the
is
hell
going up.
happened to him? I don't know what happened to him.
It's the Tua Tagovailoa effect.
Go
someone
figure,
had
right? It had to be
someone
the Tua
someone had to
effect.
take the knee. But we'll leave it at that. Scam, you know, I think this is the end for him. I think he will officially have a backup role. I don't see him going, you know, unless he has a miraculous Michael Vick moment. I
Dude,
doubt it though.
you're not gonna get any better with Stidham
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know.
unless the whole plan is, for who.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it is not
Sunshine.
true that he goes there either.
Dude, well, there's a lot of good quarterbacks coming out of college. A lot of system quarterbacks. You know, I'm not saying a lot of like super like sunshine type potential, but there's a lot of stars out there this year, man. So, but who knows? Now we'll move on over to the Titans versus the Bengals. God dang it, bro! You are just I don't know what to say since he's competitive, since he's fun to watch, man.
Who
The Bengals, Cincinnati, they're
you
actually
sound a
fun to.
little you sound a little muffled, bro.
Oh, could you hear me?
I can hear you now. So yeah, I
Uh,
heard you say about the Bengals now becoming a little bit more competitive. It's more Joe Burrow's now starting to come into his own form. He's
yeah, and
starting to settle down, and he's starting to, look like a decent quarterback.
hey,
And just like I said earlier in the season, I would put Burrow over Goff any day of the week.
on a Monday and Tuesday.
On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, don't care what day it is, I would pick Burrow over Goff, hands down. No ands, if, or buts. Anybody that wants to see that, we can have that discussion. The stats will back me up because I guarantee you, Goff, no.
We'll get into the Rams in a bit. I got a lot to say on them. But dude, hey, how's Mixon doing? Because for some reason Giovanni Bernard, the stash, is
Don't get me involved in your mix and talk. Don't get me involved in that one.
hey
That's you.
hey
Nope.
the stash. That's all I gotta say. The stash.
Mm-mm. I'm not commenting on that.
No, no. You know what? I'm actually happy because now that Giovanni's coming alive, man. This takes a lot of, I would say, pressure off of Joe Mixon, and it just shows, man, that now they can literally run a two-headed monster in that backfield and help that pressure get off of Burrow. Man, he threw for his attempts are his passes were 37, better than almost 50. You know, it's better that he throws 37 times as opposed to 50 times. You get what I'm saying? So,
That's for sure.
and the fact that he got 2 touchdowns, no interceptions this game, man, and no sacks. Hey, all I'm saying, man, Giovanni Bernard and Mixon are going to be a deadly duo if they decide to retain Giovanni, or they could probably go look at the this year's free agency. You know, there's going to be a lot of guys like Mac out of the Colts. Obviously, he's an IR, but he's going to be a free agent. Maybe you can get him dirt cheap. I mean, there's just a lot that we're going to be able to talk about when it comes to this offseason.
That's true because certain teams are going to have to come up with a hard decision on what they can afford, what they can have as a team, and digest it, and then see what they can do move forward.
Let's see, man. But T. Higgins, man, we talked about this cat, and Tyler Boyd, man, the two wide receivers over there that are emerging, man. Both of them came close to 70 yards. They combined for about 150 yards. And, I mean, shoot. AJ Green should have been traded at the trade deadline.
Who?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he's doing there. I mean, John Ross should have also been traded. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with their wide receiver core.
John Ross should have been traded.
He could have gone anywhere, man. I think he would have gone for a 7th round or a compensatory pick. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Over there, T. Higgins is still available in a lot of leagues. He's Burrow's favorite weapon from what I've seen. Tyler Boyd is not his number 2 weapon. I think Tyler Boyd is more of an end zone guy, and Higgins is more of a I need you in clutch moments.
Right.
And then, dude, Ryan Tannehill, I mean, the stats are similar, but for some reason, the Bengals just won, man. I mean, Tannehill threw for 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He threw for 30 times. I mean, I just don't know how they lost this game, man.
Ryan Tannehill.
Probably. Yeah, you know what?
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Am I fully sold on him yet? No.
Yeah.
The only reason Tannehill is winning is because he has a running game.
King Henry.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I think they should get McConnell's. If I said it right, they need to get him more involved and let Derrick Henry let him be preserved for that final push into the playoffs, man. Because if we're expanding, we obviously know that there's only going to be 2 teams that are going to take that bye week, and the rest of these guys are going to have to hash it out in the wild card. And to be honest, Titans are a playoff team for sure, but they are a wild card playoff team. They're going to win the division.
That's a wild card.
But they're going to have to play in the wild card. So they got to preserve Henry. I mean, he had 112 yards, 1 touchdown, 18 carries, man. That's a lot of carries, bro. A lot of carries. So they need to get there.
But Henry don't care. Henry don't care. That's the only thing that I'll give him right now. I'm going to give him his props finally. I was not sold on Harry. I thought he probably had a fluke season, but now, you know what? Well, I gotta put my respect. I gotta put some respect on that.
He's only gonna get better from experience.
Like we called Derrick Henry. He's like a juggernaut, dude. Like that dude cannot be stopped.
He's the train that could.
So all you gotta do is just get out the way. Basically, just get out the way, and either that or you're gonna end up like Josh Norman.
Yeah, man. And then. And dude, I don't know what Tennessee's now doing with their tight ends, man. I think Frisker and Jonnu, they're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing, man. I mean, I don't know what.
Should have sold Jonnu.
I should have sold Jonnu, but
there was a lot of people that were trying to sell Jonnu real high, and no, in my league, I didn't bite. I know he came after me and tried to get me to give up Connor for Jonnu. Yeah. And I didn't bite.
Well, the crazy thing is, once again, I think they're preserving their tight ends. That's what they're possibly doing. That's something that I told you 2 weeks ago, our podcast, that Jonnu maybe getting preserved. Because the thing is, if you watch the game, for some reason, man, Jonnu's healthy, but they're using him as a pure fullback right now. It's weird. They're just protecting Tannehill. I think it has to do something with their linemen too, man. So, just watching the game, Jonnu, they're just having him on block mode. So he may be good towards the end until they get their tackle back over Tennessee. But if you're in the woods to make a playoff run in fantasy football, Jonnu's not your guy, unless you're in the playoffs. But other than that, AJ Brown is starting to become one of those guys that is going to be those receivers. We were high on Brown. He's not getting his yards, but he is getting his touchdowns, man. 4 receptions, 24 yards, and 1 touchdown.
That's because Corey Davis is coming to his own again.
Yeah, man. I mean, they just
8 receptions. 8 receptions, 128 yards, 1 TD. He's getting paid.
Yeah. So I don't know if Corey Davis is available in most of these leagues. I think they might have sniped him after his performance. That's something we would have to look into. But if Corey Davis is available in some leagues, he's. I wouldn't be calling him reliable, but he's someone that you could stash.
He's a good fill.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people going down. Now, Las Vegas versus Cleveland, man. I know we got some Vegas fans. I know a couple Vegas fans. Growing up in LA, everyone at the time was Oakland. And they wanted to indoctrinate me into that regime, but I said, no, sir. After I watched them play back in 2012. You remember those good old days. 2012, 2011.
Those were my favorite days seeing the Raiders like that.
Oh, dude, they were horrible when I watched my first game. But